Welcome into the South Hockey Network, everybody, live on YouTube, live from the Alumni Memorial Fieldhouse on the campus of Lake Forest College in Lake Forest, Illinois. It is the Glenbrook South Titans getting ready for an away game here in the SHL against the Lake Forest Scouts. This is the Wintrust South Hockey Network. Big thank you to Glenview Bank and Trust for being our presenting sponsor and making these broadcasts possible all season long. My name is Dylan Ward. You may know me, but my partner tonight you may not know yet, but you'll get to know him by the end of the night. It's my cousin, Jimmy Reed, stepping in as a guest analyst. So Jimmy, great to finally have you on the broadcast. This is something we've been talking about for a while.
Happy to be here, Dill. Very excited. Looking forward to should be an exciting game tonight.
Jimmy, not a lot of broadcasting experience, but certainly knows hockey very well, stat-oriented. We're in the same fantasy hockey league, so as the Titans get done with warm-ups right now, there's no clock going on for the warm-up, so we don't know how much time is left, but we do know a couple of details about the Titans starting lineup today. Jimmy, why don't you share that info with all of our viewers at home? Just in terms of who's out in the starting goal.
Oh, yes, of
not
course.
Starting lineup.
Well, we have a couple notable injuries tonight. We have Asher Vanderploeg with a long-term lower body injury. We're hoping for a speedy recovery for Asher. And we have Zach Boris out for one game with a minor upper body injury. And we're also hoping for a speedy recovery, expecting him next game.
And our starting goalie tonight.
Starting goalie tonight is freshman Thomas Preston, 9th start of the year out of 9. He has a 5-2-1 record. A goal against per game, he's averaging 2.25, and a save percentage of .920. Pretty good stats from our freshman goalie.
Yeah, not bad at all. It's, of course, given Jim Philbin the opportunity to start him every game, and he's going to be a big piece of this Glenbrook South team for many years to come. You can see, in spite of two Titan skaters absent from the lineup tonight, they are both on the benches. You can see Asher Vanderploeg on the left side and Zach Boris hanging out on the right side. So the Titans will be taking on the Lake Forest Scouts today. The Titans come in with a 5-2-1 record. Lake Forest also 5 wins, but significantly more games played, a 5-7-1 SHL record. Of course, in the SHL, you play each team a total of 3 times throughout the regular season. These two teams have somewhat fresh in their mind the last time they played. It was only on October 26th, where the Titans defeated them 5-3, outshot them 32-23. So the Titans coming off, you know, that mindset of we can beat these guys. It probably was a little bit closer than some people would have liked. The Titans had a 5-1 lead in the 3rd period. Lake Forest came back to make it a 5-3 game. So we'll get ready to go here as the warm-ups have expired and both teams meet at their respective nets. Then we'll talk things over with the coaches, and then we'll get 17 minutes on the clock here, Jim.
Well, something to note is GBS is coming off a CCM World Invite champions. They won the whole thing with a 5-0-1 run, and they're playing good hockey lately. We're expecting more of that tonight.
Yeah, so you know, you look at the SHL, they just came off that win against Carmel, but they've got a nice undefeated run in terms of the overall schedule, not just including the regular season. So they'll try to extend an overall win streak to 6 straight games. Of course, you mentioned in that tournament a 2-2 tie to start things off for the Titans, but then after that, they rattled off 5 consecutive wins. And something we talked about, or at least I talked about on those broadcasts out in Darien, Illinois, they weren't playing high school teams. They were playing U18 club level teams, and the Titans were right there with them in terms of skill.
Yeah, you like to see that, and obviously in sports, momentum is huge, and you would assume they can bring that momentum right in here tonight.
All right, Jimmy, let's do this. The Titans have sent their 5 starters out, 5 starting skaters. It will be Benji Pajurski's line alongside Ben Stevens and Blake Hoffer as soon as he hops off the bench. Ryan Mulvey, the captain, and Will Fagan on defense. The starting goaltender for Lake Forest tonight will be Logan Marsh. It was Robert Krebs last time these two teams met. Marsh has a 4-4-0 record, a 2.87 goals allowed average, and a .900 save percentage. 1 shutout to his name as well. As you can see on your scoreboard and your screen, the Titans are wearing white. They'll go from left to right here in the 1st period. And the Lake Forest Scouts wearing black. They'll go from right to left here in period number 1. Alumni Memorial Fieldhouse, where the Lake Forest Scouts play their home games. The puck falls at center ice and the Titans take possession. We are underway in this one. Back to the SHL schedule for Glenbrook South. Here's a quick shot turned away by Preston. Rebound, they score. The initial shot was stopped by the pad, and then immediately after, Lake Forest popped home the rebound. It's Noah Kowalski, their leading point scorer. Nice move around the first Titan defender, and then Preston just trying to sweep that away with his stick. It goes right to the stick blade of the scout skater. This should give us a better angle.
Yeah, Dill looks like he gave up a pretty good rebound there. Kind of hard to do. As a defenseman, you'd like to maybe track a little quicker to the puck. Not a good start for the Titans.
Well, plenty of time to come back as the first line remains out on the ice. It's Blake Hoffer over the line, takes a shot, but offsides. The linesman just catches him. Lake Forest leads 1-0 early, and you look at the last time these two teams played, the 5-3 win for Glenbrook South. In that game as well, Lake Forest scored in the first period to make it 1-0, and the Titans came back to win that game. Glenbrook South, in spite of a winning record, by the way, in now their 9th game played, for the 7th time they allow the first goal. But in plenty of those instances, they come back to win the game, as this shot by Strothman goes high over the net and out of play. Strothman with 2 goals the last time these two teams faced off, as we're less than a minute in, but it's been all Lake Forest early. Face-off coming in neutral ice. Titans half of the ice as Adam Sokol gets ready for the draw. The puck falls, and Surma controlled it for a moment, but Francis will dump it in for Lake Forest. Goes behind Preston's net, taken away by Xavier Garrix, being pressured by Weller from behind. Got it up to Marchini, left point. Now to the near side half boards. The Titans lift it out. Frank Surma looking to settle that one down with his stick, but just barely couldn't get a hold of it. Now Garrix back over the line. Luke Fagan defending him for the Titans as it goes down into the far side corner. Adam Sokol picks up the loose puck. We'll play this with a backhand behind the Titans goal line. Luke Fagan now to Aiden Weller. Weller with a stretch pass out to the neutral zone for Frank Surma, who can't control but gets it deep. Surma catches up to the puck in the near side corner. Frank Surma, right circle, has some space, couldn't get a shot off as it gets taken away by Lake Forest. Now here comes Xavier Garrix over the line while the rest of his line changes at the Lake Forest bench on the right side. Gets it up to the right point. Here's a shot saved by Preston. Rebound and a good save made by Preston. Michael Catalano was right there, got the rebound and had to settle it down. If he tried a one-timer, that probably would have gone in the net. So the Titans get lucky on that one, as this is sent all the way down. Icing initially was going to be called, but gets waved off. We'll continue on here. Some good pace to this game, only 2 minutes in by both teams. The Titans looking to get some offensive looks, as they've had a couple zone entries, but didn't hang on to the puck for much longer after they did.
Yeah, a little too quick to give up possession. They need to slow things down, get some good shots on net.
You saw there, Will Fagan just forced to backhand that one into the zone. It didn't result in any possession for the Titans, and Lake Forest immediately cleared. Will Fagan this time will get it up to Jonah Weiss. Weiss back in the lineup after missing the championship game of that CCM World Invite, but this one gets deflected up into the netting. Let's have another look, Jimmy, at that big save made by the freshman goaltender off that rebound.
Yeah, we see the initial shot, and then a very juicy rebound gets across. Great speed. Lake Forest were probably looking for a one-timer there, but nonetheless a great save.
Yeah, if the Lake Forest skater didn't have to settle down that puck and take a half a second to do that, Preston probably would not have had time to come over and make that save. JP Ricana on the bench for Jim Philbin. Has not seen any SHL action yet this season. Strothman will dump this one down, though he did have a shutout and a 1.00 goals allowed average in the CCM World Invite. That was in 2 games played over the weekend tournament. Now here's Louis, takes a shot. That one blockered away by Preston. It comes to the near side corner. Strothman now taken away by Blake Hoffer. Hoffer, the team leader in points for the Titans, gets it out to neutral ice. Lytell, nice pass to get it back in for Hoffer. Blake Hoffer around one defender, centers it. Here's a shot by Preston, and he scores! What a play by the Titans. Blake Hoffer from behind the goal line centered it for Charlie Preston, and it's his first career varsity SHL goal for number 18.
Yeah, what a play, Dylan Hoffman. Went in the zone with some good speed, took him on. and then slowed it down and found a really good open player right in the middle.
Blake Hoffer, the king of getting around defensemen just purely with his speed alone, and it resulted him in finding Charlie Preston right in front of the blue paint. So congratulations to number 18, Charlie Preston, of course the older brother of the goaltender tonight, Thomas Preston. As a varsity rookie this year, scored once or twice in the preseason invitational, but his first regular season goal at the SHL level. And quickly the Titans have tied this game up on what's been their only shot on goal so far. Now here comes Adam Sokol, puck knocked off of his stick. Cesario behind the net, Marchini looking to clear that one out, but it hits the netting and out of play. 13:07 to go in the first period, already 2 goals, 1 for each side, as Charlie Preston scores for the Titans. If you're joining us late, oh, go ahead, Jimmy. All right, if you're joining us late, Dylan Ward here, as always, joined by my cousin, Jimmy Reed, who's coming in to help me with this broadcast. It's been fun so far. We've seen a lot of action already. Still plenty of hockey to be played here in Lake Forest. Now this one played off the near boards outside the zone by the scouts. Surma got it over to the captain, Ryan Mulvey. Mulvey off the board, Sokol chasing it down, but that goes all the way for icing. And Jimmy goes palms up, and Jimmy, I don't blame you, but here in high school hockey, it's not about who wins the race. It's not the hybrid icing that the NHL has adopted in the last 20, 25 years. It's just if you send the puck down and it's an icing, it's an icing.
Well, Dill, that's good to know for future icings.
Yeah. Also,
because you definitely won that race.
Yeah, clearly. That one took me a while to get used to when I started in high school hockey, but another rule, of course, at this level, you are allowed to change your players after an icing. Now Blake Hoffer finds the puck again. Hoffer with an assist on the first goal, looking for another assist, getting that one to Benji Pajurski, but it just didn't connect. Now the Titans dump this one down below the goal line. Ben Stevens can't get to the puck. It's cleared out, but not past Hoffer. Blake Hoffer behind the net, threw it up high. Nobody home for the Titans, as the D will have to chase back all the way into their own zone with 12-10 to go in the first period.
Yeah, Dale, that was a great idea. Just no one was home.
Hoffer now gets the puck again, turns on the Jets as he always does. Blake Hoffer over the line on the right wing side, lost the puck. Ben Stevens now to Pajurski, and it's taken away by Lake Forest. Nate Robbins, who scored a goal against the Titans last time out, got it to Catalano. Catalano forced off the puck by Mulvey, and Pajurski got this one out to neutral ice. The trailer is Aiden Weller as he will chip this one down. The Titans change him up. Jonah Weiss behind the net looking to pressure, but it's taken away by the scouts. They can't clear it past the zone. Cole McPherson at the left point. And then a Lake Forest scout gets taken down. He tried to kick it out. Jonah Weiss got it right to Bunnell. Bunnell now to Higgins. But that puck taken away by the boys in black sweaters. They can't clear the zone as McPherson gets it down to the corner for Weiss. He fanned on the shot. And Frances will take it over for Lake Forest, as Frances made a move to get around Higgins and broke Higgins' ankles in the process. He goes slamming down into the corner boards. Now Fagan gets the worst of a hit from Milliman, and the physicality starting to ramp up here in Lake Forest. This one sent all the way down. It will be an icing. The Lake Forest Scouts playing in the SHL for their 3rd season. So in the season series history, going back to their first campaign in this league in 2022-2023, the Titans have won 7 consecutive games against Lake Forest. They're looking to keep that streak up.
Yeah, right now it's anyone's game, but ever since GBS has tied it up, they've had the better of the chances.
They still only have the 1 shot on goal, according to the official scorer, which was a goal. Here's a centering pass, not a lot on that one. McPherson can't get it out past the skate of Garrix. Garrix left circle, takes a shot, loud thud off the pad of Thomas Preston. Now Garrix collects the puck behind the goal line again for the Scouts. Threw it in front, Preston steals it away, nice pass to Dylan Lytell. Here comes Lytell over the line. Couldn't get this one deep past Marchini, but he hangs on to possession. Behind the goal line, takes a funny bounce, and the puck stuck behind the net. No whistle yet from the referee. Sometimes you'll see that blown dead immediately. Other times the refs will let them try and hack it out of the netting on the outside of the goal. Hoffer for the Titans, left it, nobody there. Here's a shot by Lake Forest. That one goes wide of Preston's net, no save necessary. Here comes Frank Surma now. The Titans rush up 2-on-2. Frank Surma had Hoffer to his right, couldn't get it over cleanly, and it gets taken away by Lake Forest once again. Here they come over the line, drop pass goes to Robbins. He got it back to the slot. Here's a backhander, that one stopped by Preston. By number 16 on Lake Forest, who we don't have in our catalog here. But as I look at the game sheet online, it's Ezio Berrettini. So we'll keep that in mind as we go forward. Now Will Fagan, the defenseman, leading the charge into the zone, gets a shot away. That one stopped by Marsh, so the Titans now up to 2 shots on goal. Behind the net, Lake Forest cycles. It goes to the far side, Rancourt to the near side, but the only man that's there is Cesario, but it's past his reach, and it goes out to the neutral zone for Ryan Mulvey. Robbins backhands it in. Adam Sokol goes across to Frank Surma, and it's picked up once again by Lake Forest as they dump it in. Just about at that halfway mark of the first period, the 17-minute periods. 8:30, of course, 1-1. The Scouts struck first early in the first 13 seconds, as a matter of fact, Noah Kowalski. The Titans later tied it up on Charlie Preston's first career varsity SHL goal, assisted by Hoffer. As we get a whistle, Titans will take the face-off in their own zone here with 8:42 to go in the first. Pajurski ready for the draw. It goes to Stevens. Stevens pokes it off the boards. It's a 2-on-1. Stevens has Hoffer. Got it over Blake Hoffer, and that one wouldn't go. I believe the goaltender got a piece of it. We'll have to look at that replay, but a wide open chance for number 8, and he couldn't bury it after his sweet assist earlier in this period, looking for his second point of the game. We'll take a look at the replay. Next stoppage, of course, which is now, so let's have a look.
Yeah, the right play was hoping he would pass it across. Let's take a look here. Oh, what a save.
And this net cam is going to give us an even better view. Logan Marsh.
It's a great opportunity for the Titans, but an even better save.
Wow, that is an incredible save. My goodness. Logan Marsh of the Lake Forest Scouts, their number 1 guy, has played in 8 of their 13 games in the SHL this season. And he hasn't seen a lot of action tonight from the Titans, only 3 shots on goal, but 2 of them he stopped, and that was one of them. Not a lot of action in terms of shots by either team tonight. Scouts leading 5-3 in that category. The Titans, in spite of only 3 shots, have had their good looks offensively in the zone. As Pajurski hits a man into the corner, it comes to the near side. Lake Forest will get this one out to neutral ice. Now a pass ahead, Garrix on the trailer. It's taken and centered by Alton, and he shoots in. The save made by Preston. Rebound, tough angle, almost parallel to the goal line, and they couldn't get it home. Now this one pops out for Rancourt. He couldn't get a shot off in time. Good D by the Titans. Now up high again, a puck towards the net. That one sitting in front of the blue paint, and the Titans will come away with possession. Here comes Hoffer. He'll get his speed going again. He takes a shot. That one bounces wide of the net. Now Higgins throws it on net. That's stopped by Marsh, I should say. Here's Evan Bonnell, who led the Titans in goal scoring at the CCM World Invite with 4. Also had an assist for 5 total points. A centering pass looking for Higgins. He couldn't tip that one home. Now Jonah Weiss behind the net. Threw it to the net. That one stopped by Marsh. Rebound. And they couldn't get that one by him either. Ryan Mulvey keeps it in the zone, finds Bonnell with it, back up to the captain, he shoots. And that one into the glove cleanly and held on to by Logan Marsh. A good run of offensive time in the zone for the Titans. And look at the shots, they're already up to 7.
Yeah, we've had some pretty good opportunities from Glenbrook South. They definitely want to try to get one of these in here.
They got 4 shots in about a minute there in the attacking zone, highlighted by Ryan Mulvey's shot from the point at the end that was stopped by the glove. Mulvey still out there, forces it up to Higgins. He takes a shot turned away by Marsh. Higgins will get it back, right circle. This one forced out to the other side by Lake Forest, and Michael Catalano will enter the zone. Drop it off Noah Kowalski. He's got the Scouts' lone goal tonight. Noah Kowalski, his second of the season, but has 6 assists coming into this one. Their team leader. Now here come the Titans. It's a 3-on-1. Mulvey looking to get that one over, but blocked by the skates of Luke Pasquazi. Good play by the Lake Forest Scouts. Now Kowalski over the line. It's a 2-on-1 the other way. He takes a shot, had Robbins to his left. Elected to take the shot anyway, and it missed the net. Now Kowalski. Down low. Fighting for possession is Weller. Got it up to Higgins, and outside the zone it comes. Dumped right back down by Lake Forest, and both teams will switch a couple. Titans lead shots for the first time tonight now, 8-7, but they'll be guilty of icing here. Stopping the play with 5:24 to go in the first period. 1-0 game in favor, or pardon me, 1-1 game as the Titans and Scouts tied up here in Lake Forest.
Yeah, pretty wide open game so far, Dill. I'd say the Titans have had the better of the chances, but Lake Forest aren't going away. They come right back down.
If you talk to any coach in this league, it doesn't matter what the standings look like. Anyone can beat anyone on any given night, and it's really just comes down to which team is ready to play. And it's so important in this league to always be ready, as this shot gets blocked by the Titans. And Lytell will bring it out through neutral ice. Dylan Lytell trying to get around a few Lake Forest defenders. Now Lytell pokes it out free, but it's taken away by Preston Louie. Louie dumps this one in, covered up by Thomas Preston. He hangs on. The freshman goaltender for the Titans, 8 saves on 9 shots so far, with some change to go in the first period. No penalties in the game yet for either team. Titans with a pretty good penalty kill in that tournament and on the season overall.
That's right, Dill. They're actually first in the SHL in the penalty kill.
Yeah, almost still a perfect penalty kill. It was perfect through the first 7 games, but then at Carmel Catholic last week on Tuesday, they allowed a power play goal, which was their first of the season, but still sitting at 95.8%, which is 23 of 24 on the kill in SHL play. Here come the Scouts out to neutral ice. Garrix has to rush back to stay on sides. Marsh's shot gets blocked, and it's forced down into the far side corner. McPherson plays it to the near side, taken by Garrix. Now Cesario with possession. He'll play it off the boards and out. Catalano takes it for Lake Forest. He'll play it to the far side. Now it's Thomas Marks, taken away by the Titans. Here's a shot by Cesario, tough angle. That one never found the cage. Jonathan Cesario below the goal line. To the near side, Adam Sokol finds it. Sokol takes a hit into the boards. Frank Surma bails him out. Now Sokol has the puck again. Luke Fagan, right point, the sophomore fires. That one stopped by Marsh, and the Scouts able to clear the zone. Titans will have to come back, tag up, and maybe catch them in a change as Cole McPherson, the defenseman, leads the charge. Dropped it off Adam Sokol. He shoots. That one stopped. Loose puck sitting there as this one's backhanded. They still punch away for it. The ref right on top of the goal and no signal. It never crossed the goal line. It'll be forced down for an icing, but that was a scramble play right in front of the net. Let's have another look at that one from our net cam.
Yeah, a few good shots in the slot. Good positioning from the goaltender. He thought he had the puck and lost it, and then it wasn't even in there.
It was a good call by the referee to not blow that dead. He was on the other side of the net, too. I'm not sure how he saw that puck, but it was a good call. That thing was never frozen, and the Titans always had a chance to score. Here's Pajurski. That one fired just high of the crossbar. The Titans looking to take the lead in this game before we take a timeout and switch sides. 1-1, down to 3 minutes to go in the first period. Nate Robbins got his pocket picked by Mulvey. Playing it to the near side, Weller, now out to Hoffer. Blake Hoffer into the zone. Let's go of a shot, and he scores! What a shot! And his second point of the game. Blake Hoffer adds to his assist, and the Titans take the lead for the first time tonight, 2-1.
What a great goal from Hoffer, creating distance from himself and the defender, then ripping one right in the slot.
And he scored a couple of goals like that at the CCM World Invite. He's just got one of those releases that you can never be safe from. I mean, look at this. He enters the zone, just finds an open lane and goes glove side and fires that thing right over the goaltender's glove.
Didn't give him a chance.
Did not give him a chance. He's got a great release. Of course, we were just talking about pregame. We're going to have a penalty up here against the Titans. As the play is blown dead behind the net, looks like a roughing call, and it might go both ways. We'll see what the official word is here. I didn't catch the play in live time, but actually it might be a cross-check. Evan Bonnell escorted to the penalty box, and the Lake Forest Scouts appear to be going on the power play, and it must not much of a complaint by the Titans, so it was probably the right call, Jimmy, but I didn't see it. It must have been a neutral ice or in the trip.
Yeah, Dill, I didn't see it either. There was a lot of bodies in front of us. But yeah, must have been the right call. No complaints.
Well, the Titans are on the penalty kill. All penalty kills are sponsored by Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys. We just got done talking about the penalty kill for the Titans, how it's been phenomenal on the season, 95.8%. And not to mention in the CCM World Invite, 92.3%. That's 12 out of 13. Here's Nelson with a shot. That one stopped by Preston. Back to our full 2-minute power plays in this game, after at the CCM World Invite we had 1 minute 30 seconds for minor penalties, which was a bizarre rule. It took me a little while to get used to, but
did they ever give the reasoning for that?
It's just that's how it worked out. I mean, that must be how, at least in that division, how the U18 AA teams play.
Well, as a penalty killer, I'm sure they love it.
Yeah, but now back to the full 2 minutes. This one's cleared down by the Titans. Marchini picks it up for Lake Forest behind his own net. Lake Forest, on the other hand, on the power play, 7th in the SHL, 14.6%. As Catalano comes into the zone. Gets it across, Ryan Mulvey can't get it out. Lake Forest, tough angle, takes a shot on Preston. That one stopped by Thomas. As now the Titans will come away with it. Surma gets it up to Blake Hoffer. Blake Hoffer around one man, drives the net, could not get that one cleanly for a good chance.
Played right through him there, Dill. Couldn't get around, go through the man.
Blake Hoffer, certainly a special component of this Glenbrook South Titan team. And he's only a junior, so the Titans lucky to have him for another year. In spite of his baseball NCAA D1 commitment, still loves hockey, not even really a secondary sport to him, just they're both kind of right up there tied for first. He loves playing this game, learned a lot from being on the first line with Zach Freemuth last year. Catalano got it to his brother Catalano. He takes a shot. That one, I believe Preston got a piece of it as he turned it wide. Blake Hoffer now out through neutral ice looking for a shorthanded opportunity. Couldn't get it around one man. Then he was right there, but that would have been a offsides against the Titans. So GBS tags up and Lake Forest grabs it in their own zone. 5 to go on the power play. Now down to 45 to go in period number 1. Here's Catalano, goes cross ice, nobody there for Lake Forest, and Adam Sokol steals it, finds Cesario, he has some space, he shoots, but that one blocked in close and forced down to the corner. Now Will Fagan goes to his brother Luke, threw it on net, tipped wide by Adam Sokol. Good play by the Titans, just didn't work out. Now 25 to go in the period. Lake Forest looking to get this one outside the zone, they will. Here comes Kowalski. Noah Kowalski spins, finds Marks with it. Marks, backhander, what a play, and they score. You got to give them credit. That was an absolutely gorgeous goal scored by the Lake Forest Scouts on a great passing play from some of their vets.
I'll leave the Titans pretty frustrated to not get out of the period with the lead here, Dill.
First, a great play by Kowalski to elude one defender, then Marks, what a move here, and is tapped home, I believe, by Nate Robbins. I'm not sure if that was deflected in off a Titan. No, Robbins got a piece of it, and a really well executed rush up ice, and just in time here with 13 seconds to go in the first period to knot us up at 2 apiece. Well, it's been a wild first period. Lake Forest struck first, and the Titans tied it, then took the lead. Now Lake Forest has tied it once again. We'll have one more face-off here, but when tied after 2 periods, the Scouts undefeated in regulation with a 2-0-1 record. As for the Titans, when they're tied after the first period, 1-2-1 record. So the buzzer sounds, 17 minutes are in the books as the teams rush back and forth. As close of a game as you can get, Jimmy. 2-2 goals, 13-12 in terms of shots on goal with the advantage going to the Lake Forest Scouts on that one.
Yeah, some pretty wide open hockey here, Dill. GBS had a rough start, giving up a goal 13 seconds in, but they came out strong for the second half of the first period. And Lake Forest had a great game-tying goal, but as GBS, you got to be frustrated to give that up so close to the period ending.
All right, we'll take a brief timeout. Don't go anywhere. Second period coming up in just about 60 seconds or so. Welcome back to the South Hockey Network, everybody. Live here on YouTube from Alumni Memorial Fieldhouse in Lake Forest. Second period is underway as the Titans and Scouts in a tied game at the moment, 2-2 after an exciting first period. Dylan Ward and Jimmy Reed, my cousin, coming into the broadcast booth, helping me out a little bit. It's been good to have you so far. Still plenty of game left to go here.
Yeah, it's been good to be here, Dill. Been an exciting game. Hoping for a good rest of the game.
Nice arena, too. NCAA Division 3 hockey takes place here in the Lake Forest College Foresters. Of course, ACHA champions in 1987. Made it to the first round of the state, or I should say national championship playoffs in 91. What'd you see there, Jim?
Well, I just thought Hoffer maybe should have gone for the puck there instead of leaving it. I think there was a little bit of a miscommunication.
Only stays on the ice. Here comes Pajurski over the line. Pajurski leaves it, Jack Higgins. This one forced down to the corner. Now Benji Pajurski down in the corner. He threw it up high. Here's Weiss right in front of the net. Couldn't get a clean handle on that one. Otherwise, he would have had a tap in. Now delayed offsides here against the Scouts. Draws another whistle. 5:46 to go in the second period here in Lake Forest. Just about a 30-minute drive from Glenview. 8 p.m. start on a school night.
Yeah, we have a late one tonight, Dill. But who doesn't like some nighttime hockey?
Exactly. Titans are hoping they will be driving home with 2 points in their trunk. As the pretty nice start to the SHL season for Glenbrook South. Again, 5-2-1, their record coming into this. Out of the 30-game season, this is only game number 9. Some Titan fans wanted a penalty called on that collision. They won't get one. Seemed pretty clean to me. As Rancourt back in his own zone for Lake Forest. He plays it up to Louis in neutral ice. Then Mulvey knocks into Louis in open ice while he still had the puck. Good legal hit by the captain. Now Bunnell tips this one ahead of Rancourt. Evan Bunnell puts on the brakes, finds Weiss, but that one just by his skates. And here comes Grady Strothman. 2 goals against the Titans last time these two teams played. Strothman will get it low. Taken away by Weller of the Titans. They'll ring it around the boards and is able to get it outside the zone, but grabbed right by the Scouts. Here's Catalano with it. Goes to Frances. Intercepted by Weller. Got it to Weiss. Left it for Lytell. Here comes Dylan Lytell over the line. Sticked off of his possession. And Bunnell will backhand this one down below the line. Marks picks it up near side for the Scouts, given away to Hoffer. Blake Hoffer taken away now by Garrix. He comes in and takes a shot. That one blocked in close by Weller. Now Frances at the right point takes a shot. That one got blocked and then taken away by Lake Forest. Expecting to see a lot of goals here in the second period for Lake Forest. As you look at their period-by-period goal differential, something stands out in the second period. 15-23, their goal differential in the second period. That's a -8, which is a lot when you compare it to their first and second period, or first and third period, just 6 to 8 in the first period, 8 to 10 in the third period. So whether it's for or against, lots of goals in Lake Forest games in period number 2.
Yeah, that's right, Dylan. GBS are actually positive in all 3 periods, with their second period being their best period by goal differential, with 3 positive.
+3, what a pass to Hoffer. He comes into the zone, couldn't pull it to his backhand as he crashed the net in what was a partial breakaway. Looked like he had the goalie beat, just couldn't get it cleanly for a shot. Now Catalano will dump this deep, a collision near side involving Preston, and then behind the net, Luke Fagan gets drilled by Catalano. The Titans able to backhand this one out, and Fagan, the sophomore, hurting after that collision as he labors, but he's not making a beeline for the bench. He's staying out there to complete his shift. Good effort by Luke Fagan. Finds Frank Surma in the neutral zone. Now he'll finally make it to the bench. Surma goes cross ice for Sokol. Now Cesario, Adam Sokol, threw it up high. Cole McPherson. McPherson left point. Shot gets blocked by a stick in close. Now the puck sitting on the goal behind the net for the second time tonight, and eventually the ref will just let this play die out. Let's have another look at that collision there behind the Titan net involving Luke Fagan.
Yeah, we see the puck getting dumped in. Oh, just a blind side. Didn't even see it coming, Dill. He's a tough kid. We expect him to make a full recovery.
Yeah, he completed his shift out there. You know, as a sophomore on the varsity team, you're, not expected. In that situation, you wouldn't mind. Probably Jim Philbin wouldn't mind him skating to the bench and just looking for a change. But got to give him props. Nice, tough kid, as you said, Jim.
Yeah, I think everyone loves when a player is tough like that. As a coach, as a teammate, you love seeing it.
One of 2 Fagan brothers on this team. They're actually twins. Jimmy, you're a twin.
That's right.
This one's gloved down by Strothman. Here comes Lake Forest. Might have numbers. Good play by the captain, Ryan Mulvey, to get that one off of his stick. As this one's thrown to the blue paint, and it took Thomas Preston by surprise. It goes into the net, and it's a go-ahead goal for Lake Forest here in period number 2. How the heck did that get in?
Fortunate one to give up here, Dill. Let's take a look.
In the corner, and it took a second. It's almost like it got caught in Preston's equipment for a moment before. It wasn't a clean off his back and in. This will probably give us a better look, and yeah, you can see he makes contact with his left arm and just trickles through.
Pretty unlucky bounce there, Dill.
So the goal gets credited to Preston Louie. As we keep going back and forth, Lake Forest led 1-0. Titans 2 unanswered to make it 2-1. Now Lake Forest 2 unanswered of their own to tie it and take the lead back. It's 3-2 for the home team as head coach of the Scouts, Steve Sarauer, gets some kind of explanation at his bench. Not sure what that's all about. I mean, his team just scored the goal. I'm not sure what he would want to know, but Thomas Preston stays in net. And we are back underway. 11 saves on 14 Lake Forest shots. This one poked ahead by Pajurski. Titans looking to answer right back. Pajurski couldn't get it over to Hoffer on the left wing. Now down to the far side corner. Lake Forest. And taken right back by Ryan Mulvey. Blake Hoffer. Centered at Stevens. Ben Stevens. Right circle up to Aiden Weller, fires a shot. That one hit Hoffer on the way. Blake Hoffer laboring a little bit after that one. He'll go to the bench for a change. And on comes Jonah Weiss. Lake Forest back the other direction. Ryan Mulvey will take it. Pasquazi dumps it in on the right side. It goes to the far side corner. Aiden Weller delayed offsides. Ref was making sure the Scouts knew about that one. And the Titans come back the other way. Nice couple moves here by Benji. Pajurski takes a shot. That one stopped by Marsh and nearly trickled over the line. The Titans trying to hack away at that one, but couldn't get it across. Here comes Lake Forest. It's a 2-on-1, maybe a potential penalty by the Titan bench that wasn't called. Catalano takes a shot. That one stopped by the pads. Now Bonnell turns on the Jets. Evan Bonnell for the Titans gets it to his backhand center. Here's a shot by Will Fagan, and that one wouldn't go. Now up high, McPherson. He fires one that just missed the net wide to the left. The Titans have a little buzz going on in the attacking zone right now. 10:30 to go in the second. This one thrown up high, right point. McPherson over to Will Fagan. Here's a shot. Save! Jonah Weiss on the rebound. Couldn't bury it in the blue paint. And the Scouts finally clear it out.
Some good chances here by the Titans. Need to keep getting it to the net.
Keep up that momentum, as they say. Here's Bennell over the line, left wing, gets around 1D, takes a shot, just missed the right post. Now here is Bennell. Got it to the corner, Higgins. Up back, looking for McPherson, taken away by the Scouts. They might have a 4-on-2 rush here. It's Preston Louie, centered it at the left circle. Strothman couldn't hang on to it, as the Titans play catch with it a little bit, looking to get this one out to neutral ice and maybe beyond. Cole McPherson behind Preston's net. Wastes some time, finds Preston. Taken away by Milliman as he gets a body from Will Fagan, and that results in the Titans controlling again. Charlie Preston, Blake Hoffer, responsible for the 2 Titan goals you see in the top left corner of your screen, as they tied it 1-1 and took the lead 2-1 before 2 more Lake Forest goals. Dylan Ward here on the call. Jimmy Reed, my broadcast partner today. Gerard Boris, our technical engineer, and our CSO, that stands for Chief Scoreboard Operator, Brad Cesario.
Yeah, pretty exciting period so far, Dale. GBS will be looking to get one in to tie the game up.
I haven't seen a lot of penalties in this game. The Titans 1 for 1 on the kill. Yet to have a power play yet. Lake Forest has stayed perfect in terms of not going to the box. Here's Nelson looking to get around a couple D. Could not, as Hoffer steals it away. Blake Hoffer up to Dylan Lytell. Lytell with a solid tournament for Glenbrook South Titans. Well, actually didn't have a point until that championship game, but 1 assist on what was the game-winning goal in the final by Zach Boris. 4-0 final score in the championship game. Blake Hoffer, nice couple of moves, sent it right in front. Here's Preston looking for his second of the night, but not enough wood on that one as the goaltender makes the stop.
Yeah, good move to create the opportunity, pass across. Good save.
So only scored a power play goal. The Titans have only scored a power play goal in 2 of their 8 games coming into this one. One of those was in their previous game against the Lake Forest Scouts, where they had 2. Which is their first 2 power play goals at the time. We get another whistle here. Titans scored 2 goals in the first period today. That now makes it 6 consecutive games of scoring at least 1 goal in the first period. This one behind the net, thrown up high. Luke Fagan, who had suffered the worst of that big hit behind the net, but is back out there for his next shift. Good to see for head coach Jim Philbin and company. Adam Sokol to the far side as we are past the halfway point of regulation here tonight. Here's a centering pass and a shot. Good save made by Preston. He wanted to freeze it, but it gets swept away. Now Adam Sokol will find the loose one, and he comes through neutral ice. Adam Sokol, who had 3 points last game against the Carmel Catholic Corsairs, last SHL game that is, of course, not counting that CCM World Invite. A centering pass looking for Surma, never got to him, as the Scouts able to clear this out. So the Titans coming off, Jimmy, 6 games in 3 days, not to mention all of which in Darien, Illinois, which is about a 45-minute drive. They only had 2 days of rest between this game and their last game, which doesn't sound like a lot, but after playing 6 games in 3 days, it probably feels like a lot. And a lot of fresh legs out there for the Titans.
Oh, definitely, Dill. Maybe just they're getting into it, though.
That one bounces in on net, held on to by Marsh. We get another stoppage. This game is still anyone's game. I would say, according to the stats, of course, it's a pretty close game, 1-goal game, only 1 shot difference. in terms of shots on goal. But Jim, with our naked eyes, it's really been about as 50-50 as you could get in terms of possession numbers, any other types of metrics that, of course, they don't have in high school hockey to measure those types of things. It's been a very even game. I'd like to look at the hits and the shot attempts from both these teams. Would be really interesting if we had those numbers.
Yeah, it's been physical, but based on the eye, Glenbrook South has been leading the opportunities with shot attempts.
And you look at the score, 3-2. If you're just joining us late and you didn't see that go-ahead goal by Lake Forest, go ahead and rewind your YouTube and watch it. It was definitely a fluke goal, scored from basically parallel to the goal line. It wasn't really probably a true attempt that the skater thought was going to end up being a goal, but it just beat him. Now Hoffer steals it, he shoots it, and a save made by Marsh. Blake Hoffer's been all over the slot today and has scored a goal that way. Also has an assist from below the goal line. Looking for another assist there, but couldn't find it. The biggest guy out there on the ice for both teams. Here's a shot deflected and goes wide. Behind the net, it's cleared out by Lake Forest as we get down to less than 6 to go in the second period. Hoffer back in his own zone. He's at the end of a long shift. Looking to help this one out, kept alive by Catalano. Taken by McPherson, now Hoffer tapping his stick. He wants a breakaway, he's gonna get the puck one-on-one. Blake Hoffer around one defender, hangs on to it, spins, centers it for Pajurski, and he scores! What a goal, what an assist by Blake Hoffer. He's now got 3 points tonight, and that was all Blake Hoffer's assist. Benji Pajurski will get the goal, but what a setup, and it's tied.
Yeah, what a goal here.
It started with him at the blue line.
Showing great patience on the puck, making sure he makes the right play. Great assist, great goal.
Holy cow. And very unselfish of him to not try the backhand shot when he was in a position to maybe get a good look, but he knew that his man Benji Pajurski was right there and found him wide open, and Pajurski, the now 3-year varsity veteran for Jim Philbin, gets the goal there. Benji Pajurski, his 3rd goal of the season in SHL play. This one centered, but couldn't get tapped home by Weiss. Benji Pajurski, what a CCM World Invite tournament he had, as this one sent across. Here's a shot, and they score! Bar down. Lake Forest takes the lead right back in less than 30 seconds after the Titans took the lead.
Well, this game is wide open here, Bill. Yeah, we see a good take in the zone, good patience again, and quite a snipe.
Well, Jimmy, I'm not gonna lie, man. We've been talking about getting you on one of these broadcasts for probably a year or two now, and I can't think of a more entertaining game. I mean, obviously, this is the South Hockey Network, and most of our viewers are rooting for the Titans, and of course, it's no secret I am as well, but I mean, this has just been an electric back and forth game here between these two rivals. Any two teams in the SHL, there's going to be a rivalry there. And again, we mentioned earlier on the broadcast, Lake Forest looking for its first victory against the Glenbrook South Titans since joining the SHL, after the Titans have won the first 7 games of this history series.
Yeah, I wonder if that's in the back of some of their players' heads coming into this one.
Yeah, you got to think, at least for the Titans, I can think of a handful of guys that have been on this team for 3 years, this being their 3rd. Ryan Mulvey, one of them. The defenseman looking like a forward out there, trying to crash the net, but the captain unable to get a good shot. Ryan Mulvey, of course, the newest captain, the junior defenseman, has been on varsity since his freshman year, taking the C from Zach Freemuth. Blake Hoffer over the line down the right wing side, centered it. It goes up to the captain, Mulvey. Backhands it down to Preston, but he just gives it up. So we get down to less than 4 minutes to go. Titans lead shots on goal 20-18, as they should count that one. But trail in the game 4-3. Mulvey, Dylan Lytell, but just offsides. The ref had to think about it, but does make the right call. As we get down to 3:26 to go in the second. Blake Hoffer, and Milliman of the Scouts. A little chatter after the whistle. Probably making some dinner plans for tonight after the game, you'd have to imagine. Lake Forest looking to climb up the SHL standings. As we mentioned, they've had a significantly greater games played than the Glenbrook South Titans, so both these teams coming in with 5 wins. But Lake Forest 5-7-1, the Titans 5-2-1. And that's what happens, of course, in the SHL, high school hockey, rink availabilities. As Adam Sokol will try a shot from a tough angle while contested. He couldn't get that one to go. With all these different rink availabilities, you get some odd numbers in terms of the games played on the SHL schedule. Of course, it all evens out by the end, 30 games for each team when it's all said and done. And some more conversations. Will Fagan takes a shove again from Milliman, as you mentioned, and we'll see if doesn't look like the refs are going to bite in terms of a penalty, but
I think that'll be strike 2, Dill.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, put John Milliman on your checklist. What do we got for his number? Looks like 79. Only 2 penalty minutes on the season for John Milliman. So Lake Forest Scouts, they've been disciplined tonight. They take the most penalties out of any team in the SHL, averaging 12.38 penalty minutes per game. You look at some of their individual players' penalty kill or penalty minutes numbers. Gavin Nelson, who I haven't seen out in the lineup tonight, 45 penalty minutes. Grady Strothman, who we've said his name a couple times, 26. Reminder, folks, this is in about 12, 13 games. A lot of those likely coming, those bigger numbers coming from 10-minute misconduct penalties. Scouts lead 4-3. It's been a back and forth game. Lake Forest with the go-ahead goal most recently. We've seen some flashy goals as well from both sides. Blake Hoffer has a point on every goal. One of them he scored, 2 assists. As I would say, for allowing 4 goals, the Titans have looked pretty good out there. It's just somewhat, so far, has been a tale of 2 impressive offenses and 2 defenses that haven't quite been clicking. 20-20 your shots on goal, as the Titans would love to tie this thing up before the teams head to the locker room. Of course, as most of you at home know, but just to remind you, Jimmy, unlike the intermission between the first and second, they will go to the locker room and get a Zamboni before the third. So that time is almost near.
Yeah, I think a locker room talk might be important. Need Glenbrook South to come out strong in the third.
Neutral zone face-off. Paczerski did not seem ready for that, but the ref just said, I'm dropping this thing. Now pin up against the boards, and without the Zamboni, Jim, you can really see the snow buildup, especially by the benches of both teams, as we get close to the intermission. Hoffer got this one around Louis up to the left point. Blake Hoffer goes low with it. Finds Paczerski behind the goal line. Couldn't center it. Rancourt's skates were in the way. Now right by one of the referees in the corner. Lake Forest able to backhand this one out. Luke Fagan plays it to the near side. Ryan Mulvey will dump this one in. That shot from neutral ice just goes over the crossbar. The goaltender wanted to catch it with his glove, but just whiffed on it. Now Altonen plays it to Frances. A missed hit by one of the Titans, but Luke Fagan gets the puck back. Strothman steals it away. 50 seconds to go in the second now. Puck in the Titans' attacking zone. Lake Forest will lift this one out to the neutral zone. Luke Fagan chasing after it, has Louis pressuring him from behind. Now Strothman, Frances up high. Right point, it goes down below the goal line. Luke Fagan takes a check below the boards. Strothman back up to Walsh. He fires a one-timer. That one missed the net. And on the rebound, this one just thrown towards Preston's net. And Lake Forest, why not? They've had a couple of looks just by throwing a puck towards the net. We'll see if they score any more goals tonight that way. The Titans onside have 7 seconds. Pajurski looking to get that one back to Hoffer, who was tapping his stick, just couldn't. And that would have been in more than enough time, as the Titans unable to get another look before the buzzer sounds. And 2 periods are in the books here at Alumni Memorial Fieldhouse. And it was 2-2 after 1. The Titans allowed a tough one off a crazy bounce, then tied the game with a pretty nice goal before Lake Forest scored 30 seconds later. Now leads 4-2. But Jimmy, one of the things we've said a lot so far tonight is this is still very much so anyone's game, and 17 minutes is a lot of time to come back when you're only down by 1.
Yeah, I think GBS has had really strong chances throughout the entire game. It's just about getting more in the net.
All right, so we're going to take a timeout here on our broadcast. Don't go anywhere. We'll let the Zamboni get to work, and we'll mute our mics, but stay right here live on YouTube. We'll be back with you for the 3rd period in about 10 minutes or so right here on the South Hockey Network. Welcome back to the South Hockey Network, everybody. Time for period number 3 here between the Glenbrook South Titans and Lake Forest Scouts. Dylan Ward here on the call with you, joined by my cousin Jimmy Reed, stepping in as a guest analyst for this game. Jimmy, I've been having fun with you. How about you? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I've been having a great time here, Dylan. It's been a pretty high-scoring game, end-to-end game, but also a very physical game.
Yeah, very physical, very clean physical game.
That's right.
You could say, as we've only seen one penalty in the game. It belonged to Evan Bonnell. It was a cross-check that we actually both missed. It was in neutral ice. We unfortunately didn't get a replay of it, but as we said, no real complaints by the Titans, so it probably was the right call. But Lake Forest, as a team that takes the most penalty minutes in the SHL, 161 in 13 games. That's 12.38 on average per game. They have stayed out of the box for this entire first and second period, so we'll see what happens here in period number 3.
Yeah, I think that's part of their success tonight, not allowing GBS to get on a power play.
The Titans have allowed 5 third-period goals in their last 3 games after a streak of not allowing a single one in 5 straight. As Catalano comes in, takes a shot, that one deflects high. Thomas Preston still in net after making 17 saves on 21 shots in periods number 1 and 2 consecutively. Now Pajurski out, finds Hoffer. He's got a breakaway. Blake Hoffer to the backhand. That one save made by Marsh. Blake Hoffer, who already has a goal and 2 assists tonight, was looking for point number 4. Couldn't bury it on the one-on-one. Now Catalano shoots that one, stopped by Preston. What a chance for the Titans to tie this game up here early in the third period. Fresh sheet of ice. Here's a shot by Strothman. That one gets deflected by Preston. Then he makes another save from the other side as it now goes down below the goal line. 4-3 score in favor of the home team here in Lake Forest. The Titans looking to come back, as they've done a couple of times already. Lake Forest led 1-0. The Titans then took the lead. Then Lake Forest led 3-2. The Titans took the lead back from them, or actually they didn't lead, they tied the game 3-3. And now Lake Forest took the lead back from that. It's 4-3. That's where we stand. No goals yet. We're here early in the third period. Louis over the line. Puck gets taken away by Adam Sokol. Sokol finds Cesario, who tips it up ice. Lake Forest takes it away. Rancourt now goes to neutral ice. Garrick's over the line. Puck taken back by the Titans out to neutral ice. Rancourt will dump it in again. Lake Forest Scouts have allowed 3 goals in the third period in their last 6 games, so only averaging half a goal allowed per game. In this crucial period number 3, Aiden Weller gets taken down. Could have been a trip, no call. As Lake Forest continues to stay out of the box for the entire game so far. Some nice solid flow here, Jim. I don't think we've had a whistle in the third period yet since they dropped the puck at center ice. Now Weiss steals this one away, can't get over the line cleanly, and Lake Forest back out to neutral ice, tipped in by the Titans. Rancourt looking to get it out, kept alive by Bonnell. Evan Bonnell takes a shot, that one save, rebound Weiss right there to try and get the doorstep rebound, but he couldn't. Jono Weiss centers it, Higgins takes a shot, blocked in close between 2 Lake Forest Scouts. Now Bonnell steals it. Up high, Aiden Weller with a shot, that one blocked. Here's another look by Higgins, and Marsh makes the save. He hangs on for our first whistle of the period. Let's go back to that Blake Hoffer breakaway early on in the frame.
Yeah, great find, great, and then pass here. So he goes on the net. He just couldn't get enough lift on that deal on the backhand, ultimately leading to a good save.
Blake Hoffer, 2 assists and a goal tonight. 3 points, leads the way for all skaters in this game. Charlie Preston and Benji Pajurski, your other goal scorers. Assists tonight coming from Aiden Weller, Blake Hoffer, of course, Ryan Mulvey, Cole McPherson, and Dylan Lytell with 1 each. This one thrown to Hoffer, he takes a shot. Now Pajurski on the rebound, pardon me, that was Stevens, not Hoffer, but it goes high of the net. Now backhanded all the way down, would be an icing, but goes right on net. So Preston will cover it up and take the D-zone face-off here. Titans trail 4-3, 13:25 to go in regulation. 23-23 your shots on goal. Anyone's game here at Alumni Memorial Fieldhouse.
Yeah, again, I think this has been a strong start to the third period for Glenbrook South. They really need to tie this game up, though, Dylan.
Lake Forest next game is tomorrow against the Stevenson Patriots, so the first leg of a back-to-back for them. This pass finds Hoffer streaking in the neutral zone. He couldn't catch up to it, but it is an icing as Jimmy, again, it definitely took me a while to adjust to that icing rule, but doesn't matter who wins the race. If it goes all the way down, regardless, it's an icing in Illinois high school hockey.
Yeah, I understand the rule. It's just a little frustrating because that could have been a great opportunity to get one on net.
Especially when you haven't really been around high school hockey like yourself, Jimmy, and you're just not expecting that whistle, and then you hear it, and you're like, oh, what? But yeah, no hybrid icing in high school hockey at this level. My cousin Jimmy here grew up in the Glenview area, but family moved to Minnesota right before freshman year. Jimmy and I are the same age. So you went to high school in Minnesota, and your school, Chanhassen, as Mulvey's shot gets deflected high. I think, just made it to the state championship recently and lost in the final, if I have that right?
Yeah, they lost a heartbreaker in the state championship to Edina High School, who is very well recognized in Minnesota and in youth high school hockey nationwide.
High school hockey in Minnesota is on another level.
That's right. Yeah, that was Chanhassen's first state appearance, and yeah, they'll be looking to get back there this season.
Yeah, well, Jimmy, of course, the state championship in Illinois is played at the United Center. How about the quarterfinals onward, played at XL Energy Center, home of the Minnesota Wild, if I have that right?
Oh, yeah, it's quite a scene. They sell out quarterfinals through the final. Obviously, hockey's very big in Minnesota.
It used to be very big in Illinois when the Blackhawks dynasty was in full swing. But now, you know, a lot of people have told me that, you know, this group of high school hockey players at this age are the kids that, you know, grew up kind of falling in love with hockey as just a, you know, little tiny 5-6-year-old watching the Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. So you see a lot of really competitive teams and competitive skill levels for basically any team in the SHL. This one thrown in front, nearly tipped home by Sokol. But as a result, these kids, of course, now in high school, sort of a golden age here for high school hockey in Illinois. Lots of teams that only had a varsity and JV have added varsity 2 teams, like, of course, Loyola and New Trier have had for years, and New Trier Green, New Trier Blue, etc. Glenbrook South has a varsity blue team. That's what they call it. Here's Blake Hoffer. Couldn't get that one around one man. Now Lytell dumps this one in for the Titans. Goes right on net, and Marsh puts the glove on top, makes the stop. 11:25 to go in the third period. Still 4-3 for the Lake Forest Scouts. Face-off coming up at the right wing circle, Titans attacking zone. Hoffer centering a line with Preston and Lytell in the absence of Zach Boris. Blake Hoffer, we saw him do that in the championship game when Jonah Weiss was out, double shifting. The Lake Forest will steal this one away and come through neutral ice. Kowalski, who scored just 13 seconds into the game for Lake Forest. Couldn't get around a couple D men in white for the Titans. Dylan Lytell can't get around Kowalski. Noah Kowalski back over the line, sticked away by Weller. And the Scouts will get this one back down deep. Robbins dumps it in. Luke Fagan in his own zone. Fagan by his benches. Takes a hit into the glass right by the penalty boxes. And the puck gets dumped down the other way by Lake Forest. 10:30 to go in regulation time. The Titans looking for a game-tying goal right about now. Weller goes across Lytell. Dylan Lytell shoots. That one stopped by Marsh. Rebound behind the goal line. Blake Hoffer, who's got 3 points tonight for the Titans. And the puck gets taken away. What a run it's been for Blake Hoffer. 3 goals, 5 assists for 8 points in 6 games at the CCM World Invite. 5 goals, 5 assists in SHL play coming into this game for the Titans' leading goal scorer. Point scorer, I should say. What a pass by Bonnell, gets it to Higgins, he shoots that one just wide of the net, maybe a piece for Marsh. A good rush up ice by the Titans. Now here comes Lake Forest again. Taken away by Ryan Mulvey. He gets it out to Weiss, who pulls it ahead. Got it to Bunnell. Evan Bunnell over the line. Got it to Weiss, right side. He takes a shot. Pad save made by Marsh. Now back up high, Ryan Mulvey takes a shot. Top of the right circle. Just getting enough of his glove on that one was Marsh. Under 10 to go in the third. Mulvey leaves it. Higgins near side. Gets a shot away. Tipped high by his own man, Weiss, as it comes down into the near side corner. Jonah Weiss, now a big collision behind the net. Strothman's going to get a penalty for it. And the Titans are going to the power play for the first time tonight with 9:22 to go in the third period, and boy, they could use one.
Yeah, Dale, this will be a very important power play that probably might determine the rest of our game here.
We'll see what the official call is by the referees, but maybe boarding, maybe head contact.
Even a late hit here.
I don't think it'll be interference. Is he had the puck? Or I guess they do call interference.
He didn't have the puck.
Oh, I'm sorry. Good call,
yeah.
Jim. As our behind the net cam lets us know. So the Titans to the power play. All power plays on the South Hockey Network are brought to you by RSM. Here's a shot. That one stopped by Marks. And Lake Forest able to backhand this one out of the zone. The Titans on the power play, 19%, fourth best in the SHL. How about the Lake Forest penalty kill, though? Not too great, 75%, 33 of 34. They're 10th place in the SHL, which of course has 11 teams. So the Titans looking to capitalize on a weak PK here for Lake Forest. Here's Mulvey to the high slot. Sokol near the NCAA logo. Backhands it down to Weller to the slot. Now Cesario couldn't get a clean forehand shot on it with his left-handed stick. Now Mulvey keeps it in the zone, taken away by the scouts, and they'll dump it down. Aiden Weller. In spite of not a great penalty kill percentage, Lake Forest does have 2 shorthanded goals on the season. Here comes Surma over the line, looking to get that one around Marchini. Sokol, and now Louis, who has a goal tonight, looking to backhand it out. Now he will get it out. Halfway through the power play. Titans need a couple more chances. Weller looking for Sokol, that one out of his reach, and it goes all the way down. No icing, it gets waved off. Lake Forest bench goes palms up. They're not sure why. Aiden Weller finds Blake Hoffer. Blake Hoffer around Marks. Hoffer into the zone. He tries to throw a puck towards the net. That one blocked by his own man, Stevens. Now 30 seconds left in the power play. Will Fag into the net. Tipped just wide by Ben Stevens. Now to the far side half boards, Hoffer. 20 seconds left. Blake Hoffer, left circle, looks for a pass. He'll throw one to the net. And Pajurski just couldn't get there in time to tip it home. Now Hoffer centers it again. In the blue paint, it's loose. And Pajurski couldn't get a clean shot on it. Will Fagan shoots, and he scores! No goal! The referee says it did not cross the goal line, and it's blown dead. That clearly went in the net,
well, that
Jimmy.
Into me, Dale.
If I'm not mistaken, this goal, Cam should give us a pretty good idea. I thought Will Fagan's shot went in and out of the net.
In.
Yeah.
Hit the middle bar.
Well, this should be the smoking gun here. This look. Oh!
Maybe not.
My goodness. I stand corrected. That shot from our angle and the main angle on the camera looked pretty clearly in, and a lot of the Glenbrook South fans thought the same thing as I did, but that's a really good pickup by that referee, who was right there on the goal line, waved it off immediately as that puck hit the post.
Well, he was closer than us still, but that was a very impressive call.
It just sort of had that look to it, Jimmy, where it looked like it hit one of the bars in the net, and that's why it didn't kind of have the swish of the net that you usually see, but yeah, good call by the official. No goal. Here, what a pass, finds Bunnell. He goes over to Weiss, left side, didn't get a lot on his
Lost
shot.
His footing.
As Bunnell nearly had a breakaway there, unselfishly passed it to his line mate, Jonah Weiss. No luck for the Titans on that drive. As we get a penalty here called in the corner. I think he's calling too many men on the ice. Yeah, against Lake Forest. So we'll see if we can pick that up on our replay. If maybe we can get like a wide angle, or maybe even this angle will give us a better idea. And that's a really good pickup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One man in the corner. Wow, that's a really good pickup by the official. And it was not in an act of changing at all. There were just 6 men on the ice.
Well, on that note, I'd say the officials have had a pretty strong game altogether.
So the Titans are going to the power play again. They did not score on their first look, but had some really good looks. All power plays for the Titans on the South Hockey Network are brought to you by RSM. Lake Forest will start off with a clear. A prime opportunity for the Titans to tie this game, which here in this third period, we haven't seen a goal from either team. Here's a pass up to Cesario, taken away by Robbins. He tried to backhand it out, but it goes right to Frank Surma. Surma, right side, got it deep, Cesario. Cesario up to Weller, right point. To the net, tipped by Surma. That one wouldn't go, save made by Marsh, I should say. Now this one does leak outside the zone. Ryan Mulvey finds Cesario in neutral ice. Jonathan Cesario will try to backhand it into the zone, but the linesman's skates gets in the way, and the Titans will have to reset. Nearing crunch time for the Glenbrook South Titans, who trail by 1. Mulvey takes a clearance to the head, and he'll hold his head while skating to the bench. Here's Aiden Weller trying to center it, can't get it past the skates of Walsh. It comes up high to the right point. Will Fagan, who we thought scored just a moment ago. He'll try again. Glove save made by Marsh. He hangs on. 52 seconds to go in this power play. The Titans looking to tie this game up. The Titans with 1 comeback after trailing after 2 periods. That was against the St. Viator Lions, where they trailed 2-1 going into the third early this season, and came back to win 3-2 with the game winner with 30 seconds left. Pajurski goes up high. Will Fagan to the net. This one tipped on its way, wouldn't go. 40 seconds left. Hoffer's line out there on the ice for this power play, but a miscue by Hoffer, and it gets deflected out to neutral ice and beyond. Final 5 minutes of the third period now. The Titans still with some time left on the power play, but not a lot, 25 seconds. Here comes Blake Hoffer. Around one, then around another. Couldn't get it to his forehand for a shot, and Lake Forest will send this the length. Right on Preston's net. And Fagan finds Stevens. Still 10 to go on this power play. The Titans will dump it in and change up. And it gets cleared out again. So that will finish the Titan power play. They fall to 0 for 2 on the night. In 2 critical power plays, unable to score here, trying to tie this game up. Luke Fagan. And the puck taken away by Lake Forest again. They will get it out to the neutral zone. Here comes Kowalski. Noah Kowalski around 1 man, but lost the puck. Ben Stevens fires it off the end boards behind his own net. Finds Will Fagan with it. Titans rush up ice. Will Fagan with the puck. He's first over the line. Fagan, right circle, fires a shot. That one wide. His defensive partner, Aiden Weller, finds it at the left point. Now Pajurski takes a hit into the boards. Benji Pajurski gets the puck down below the goal line. Jonah Weiss now finds Pajurski on the near side. Benji Pajurski, near side corner. Taken down by the Scouts. And Lake Forest grabs this puck away. We'll keep a close eye down to our left at Thomas Preston. Time is getting closer that Jim Philbin would want to pull him in favor of the extra attacker and go with the empty net. Still probably another minute or so before we see that. Backhanded deep by the Scouts, grabbed by Aiden Weller, finds Higgins. Jack Higgins up to Evan Bunnell. Bunnell, who had the hot hand at the CCM World Invite, 4 goals and an assist, but couldn't get through a couple in neutral ice. Here's Strothman, shoots one from the left side. That one missed the net. No save necessary for Thomas Preston. Nice touch pass by Higgins. Finds Bunnell, who gets it to Weiss. Jonah Weiss back for Bunnell in the slot. Couldn't get a clean shot away. Still in his net is Preston. Ryan Mulvey plays this one off the boards, finds Jonah Weiss. Now here's Aiden Weller. Finds Weiss again. Jonah Weiss, lots of speed into the zone, down the right side, centers it, Bunnell with a shot, and save made by Marsh. He hangs on to the rebound. A prime look for the Titans to tie this game up. As we get down to 2:32 left in the third period, both coaches still with a timeout.
Yeah, that was a good take in the zone, good find. Fortunately, right at the goaltender.
No timeout taken by the Titans. Thomas Preston still in net for Jim Philbin, waiting for the signal. Titans win the attacking zone face-off. It goes behind the goal line, down to 2:25. Adam Sokol throws it up high, Ryan Mulvey. Down low, Cesario towards the net. That one hit the side of the cage. Backhander by Surma, held on to by Marsh. And another whistle. Thomas Preston, you see, waiting between the hash marks down to our left, as he'll likely sprint to the bench if the Titans win the faceoff. And now Jim Philbin does make the call to Thomas Preston. He will go on the bench for this faceoff, and the Titans have 6 attackers.
This will be a crucial faceoff here, Dylan. Titans really need to win this one.
Glenbrook South's big guns out there. It's won cleanly. Blake Hoffer right off the draw tries a shot that gets blocked. Out to neutral ice it comes. Out of harm's way by Mulvey, tipped into the zone by Cesario. Adam Sokol pressuring, finds the puck, look to center it, as Weller keeps it in the zone. Aiden Weller down to Cesario, under 2 minutes to go. Cesario, and the puck cleared out of the zone by the Scouts, directly into the empty net. 5-3, Lake Forest. A lucky clearance, and the Titans allow the empty net goal. They now trail by 2. There's still plenty of time left in the game, as we see now Coach Philbin call his one and only timeout. Titans leading shots 29-25 after the empty netter.
Yeah, we'll see what he can come up with here, try to regroup the guys. There's still time in the game. More than enough time to score 2 goals, but the first one will have to come quick.
That's right, and a lot of times it feels like when a team's down by 2 goals, they're getting down to like a minute to go in the third period, and they're still passing. At that point, you just got to shoot the puck because you're down by 2. You can't look for your perfect opportunity. You have to worry about getting the first one first. So the Titans clearly not conceding as they call a timeout. They believe they're in this game. Thomas Preston will start in net for the center ice faceoff, but I imagine he's going to go directly to the bench if the Titans control the draw.
Yeah, that definitely was a hard moment when you're down there in that game situation. If you can't find the perfect pass, you really got to get out on net. You can't turn it over.
Dylan Ward, Jimmy Reed here in the booth with you. It's been an exciting game, but maybe not as exciting if you're a fan of the Glenbrook South Titans. Not over yet. Titans win the faceoff. Weller plays it to the far side, Blake Hoffer. The big gun still out there for Glenbrook South. They tip this one into the attacking zone, and Aiden Weller goes far side. Thomas Preston waiting for the signal as this gets sent back into the Titan zone. Here's Mulvey behind the net, not wasting any time. Mulvey up ice for Pajurski. Benji Pajurski. Thomas Preston gets the motion from Coach Philbin. He goes off, 6 attackers on. Here's Hoffer with a shot. That one blocked on its way, and the Scouts get this one outside the zone. It goes all the way down, and it's an icing. It's slowed up enough, and that'll bring the face-off into the attacking zone for the Titans. 1:09 to go. They'll stay with the empty net, of course. 6 attackers out. It's Blake Hoffer, Benji Pajurski, Ben Stevens, Adam Sokol, Ryan Mulvey, and Aiden Weller, as now it looks like Lake Forest uses their timeout here. Of course, only 1 timeout per team in hockey, which is something I really like about this sport. But of course, basketball, what do you get, 7.5 or something? That's a little outrageous.
Oh, the last 2 minutes of a basketball game are the longest minutes in sports still.
So now head coach Steve Sarauer uses his timeout. So clearly he thinks it's worth it to call this, and all it really does is allow the big guns of the Titans to get a little bit more rest. And in hockey, you take 45-second to a minute-long shifts, and then you're gassed because you're giving it everything you've got. you know, I can't see how this timeout is anything but an advantage for Glenbrook South, but they will take it as the 6 men who just were out on the ice, who are originally going to take the face-off, will stay out there. Blake Hoffer has a goal and 2 assists tonight. The Titans are going to look to get him the puck, who has the hot hand. As he, last face-off, it was at the left side. He tried a shot directly off the face-off. Ryan Mulvey getting some last-minute instructions from head coach Philbin with his white baseball hat, iconic. Wears it every game. He's been at this for over 30 years. All right, here we go, 109. The Titans are gonna need 2 to tie. A tall task, but they'll give it everything they've got. Face-off won by GBS. Here's Hoffer off the draw, taking a shot, and gobbled up, absorbed by Logan Marsh.
Well, Glenbrook South got exactly what they wanted off that draw.
Blake Hoffer in the exact same position now. Benji Pajurski getting ready as one man for the Scouts. Grady Strothman gets kicked out of the face-off circle, so instead it'll be Preston Louie. Face-off won by GBS, but it leaks outside the zone. 1 minute to go. Here's Hoffer on the near side in neutral ice, cleared down by Strothman for Lake Forest. Ahead of center ice, so no icing. Pajurski now. Titans got to be careful possessing the puck in their own zone. They get this one out to the neutral zone. Shot back down by Lake Forest. Here's Aiden Weller to the near side. Adam Sokol over the line. Backhanded back down to the Titans zone. And another icing, stopping the play with 36.3 seconds to go in the third. And the Titans, well, no secret, they're going to need one here in about 10 seconds if they even want a chance.
Yeah, it's struggling to possess the puck. Pretty crucial moment. We'll see if they can get one here.
The Titans winners of 4 of their last 5 in SHL play. Undefeated in 7 straight games overall coming into this one, including that tournament. Here's a battle for the puck near side corner, 27 seconds to go. Adam Sokol finds the loose one. He crashes the net, gets one shot off another one. The puck's still loose, no whistle yet. Now Cesario finds it backhander towards the net, and finally the whistle. And no evidence of a puck over the goal line from the referee. We get down to 16.9 to go in the
Well, they
third.
did try there, Dill. That was a very good opportunity. Just couldn't get it through. The door was shut.
Adam Sokol ready for the right circle face-off. The same guys have been out on the ice for this entire empty net sequence for Coach Philbin. Face-off taken by GBS. Cesario backhander towards the paint. Gets poked out of there by the goaltender. Ryan Mulvey backhander. Now Sokol turns, try to center it. It goes right to Lake Forest, and with 5 seconds to go, they'll try a backhander towards the empty net. It misses, goes wide. Icing's called with less than a second, but the clock runs out, and this game is over. The Lake Forest Scouts come back against the Glenbrook South Titans. And, well, you can call it an upset for sure. Lake Forest gets their 6th win of the season, and Glenbrook South falls here on the road.
Yeah, it was an end-to-end game tonight, very physical. Just Lake Forest took a better, they were better with their chances tonight, Bill.
Yeah, they were, and they eventually get the 5-3 win. So your scoring summary one more time for the Glenbrook South Titans. Blake Hoffer led the way with a goal and 2 assists. A goal by Charlie Preston as well, a goal by Benji Pajurski. An assist for GBS coming from Aiden Weller, Ryan Mulvey, Cole McPherson, and Dylan Lytell, all with 1 apiece. Well, in spite of the outcome, Jimmy, this has been a lot of fun, and I'm super glad that I was able to have you on this broadcast. Jimmy Reed, my cousin, of course. If you didn't recognize the voice and you haven't heard me say it a couple times now throughout the broadcast, you know, not much broadcasting experience, Jimmy, but you definitely know your hockey, and it was a lot of fun to have you on.
Yeah, I had a great time tonight. I was happy I was able to contribute to the broadcast. Despite the outcome, I saw some good hockey tonight.
It was an exciting game if you were a neutral fan, but for the Titans, a tough one to swallow. They fall 5-3 for Lake Forest. Up next, they will be playing tomorrow night away at the Stevenson Patriots. That game at 5:55 p.m. As for the Titans, they originally had a game on Saturday, non-conference against Brother Rice, but that game has been canceled due to those two teams playing at the CCM World Invite, so the coaches said, well, we already did what we wanted to do by playing each other. Let's just cancel that game, give our guys more rest. So your next game for the Glenbrook South Titans comes on Sunday at 6:40 back to the Glenview Ice Center, as they will take on big-time rival New Trier Green in what will be the SHL Game of the Week live on the SHL Network. So remember, no YouTube broadcast from us here at GBS Hockey. Go over to the SHL Network to watch that one. Jimmy, any final thoughts before we sign off here?
I don't think so, Dylan. Like I said, it was an end-to-end hockey game, very physical. Just Lake Forest put a couple more in the net.
All right, well, for our entire crew tonight, Brad Cesario on scoreboard duty, top left corner of your screen. Gerard Boris, our camera operator and technical engineer. My broadcasting partner tonight, Jimmy Reed. My name's Dylan Ward, saying thank you so much for spending your Wednesday night with us here on YouTube. One more time, your final score, Glenbrook South 3 and the Lake Forest Scouts 5. We will see you on Sunday night back at the Glenview Ice Center as the Titans take on New Trier Green. Till then, have a great week, everybody.